Have you ever wondered what happens when the concept of ownership is put into play in a game where all players begin from an equalized situation? Well, it's time to delve into this fascinating concept. Imagine a game where the objective is not to accumulate the most points or reach a certain destination first, but rather to expand territorial interest in an environment of flexible ownership. This game, which we'll refer to as the commonality game, operates on a unique set of rules and biases. In the commonality game, the playing field remains the same regardless of the player's strategies. The game evolves based on the player's choices, which are guided by a rational process. This process is influenced by preoperatory components, which are factors that have been set before the game begins. These components lead to a range of possible outcomes, all within the bounds of the game's rules. The game's bias lies in its emphasis on agreement between the players. The more the players agree, the more symmetrical the game's fallout becomes, leading to a shared sum or outcome. This encourages cooperation and discourages misdirection, as the benefits of the game are shared among all players. Let's delve a bit deeper into the concept of adoption within the game. When a player adopts a strategy or makes a choice, it affects the game's intrinsic qualities. These qualities, in turn, influence the game's abstract field, leading to a new hyperbolical territory. This territory exists in effect, regardless of ownership. But what happens when the game takes an asymmetrical turn? This doesn't necessarily discourage play. Instead, it shifts the playing field, with the outcome determined by the player's positions and relative distances to the initially sought outcome. The beauty of the commonality game lies in its potential for cooperation. Any deviation from the perfect state results in a negotiated territory, which, regardless of who rules it, equates to the same for all. Consider this illustrative example. A king and a president are negotiating to determine who will lead a country and how. Assuming each is equally fit for rule, they might agree to divide the country. In this scenario, the commonality games module would guide their actions to ensure unconflicted interest. In conclusion, the commonality game offers a fascinating study of the dynamics of equalized situations and flexible ownership. It encourages cooperation and agreement while acknowledging the potential for asymmetry and deviation. It's a reminder that in games, as in life, the rules we play by can shape the outcomes we achieve.